Hi there. This is Bill. Moto Bill is my handle. I just got back from a trip to Moab, a 9-day trip. I just washed the bike, and I was thinking about things as I was washing it. And that is, I hear people or I read people on the forum talking about the equipment that comes on the adventure model of the Vstrom. This is 2014, as you can see. So I thought I'd, kind of give the other side of the story. As you can see, I don't have bark busters on it. I have the standard crash bars, and over here are the cases. Now I bought this bike a year and a half ago. I've got 65,000 miles on it. I've been down about 15 times, mostly in the dirt. So you can see the bags are kind of scuffed up and kind of marred, the plastic and everything, but hey, they still work. People talk about them being too small. Well, I've been on a 10-day trip to Canada, and I've been on 2 trips to Baja and a 9-day trip to Moab, and I don't know how many 3 and 4-day trips. And if they're too small, I'd say something's wrong with your packing. As you can see, I've got the 2 side cases, and I've got this big bag from Cycle Gear, kind of like a Wolfman. This is actually my 5th bag because they keep ripping, but Cycle Gear is kind enough to replace it for free. So, my tent goes in there, all my camping gear goes in there, my bike gear goes in there in the side cases. If I'm on asphalt, I'll keep the givvy on, and my clothes and other miscellaneous items go in here. If I'm expecting dirt, then I'm going to take this off, and I've got a Rotopack, a 1-gallon Rotopack. Here we go, right here, that I put on, and then I put a smaller Cycle Gear bag on top of that, and put my clothes in that. The reason I take the givvy off is because I've sheared off these 2 bolts, this one twice, this one once, and the bolt was stuck in the subframe, and we had to drill it out with the Dremel, and so that's kind of a pain. So I only use this on asphalt tours and around town. To the handguards, you can see the handguards. Like I said, I've been down 15 times, almost all in the dirt, and they're pretty marred up. But hey, they've done the job. I will say, on this side in Baja, crashed in the sand and broke off the tip of the brake lever, as it's supposed to do, but it still works, and didn't stop me at all. So they're still there. They're not broken, and they're kind of marred up, and I probably will eventually just get one for a new set for vanity's sake. The crash guards, they're solid. They're all scratched up. Let me go on the other side. As you can see, they're all banged up from going down in the rocks and so forth up in the Sierras or down in Baja. I have an SW Motec skid plate. I won't defend that stupid plastic cowling that Suzuki has. This thing has taken a beating. You can see there's a big dent right here. I pounded out the other side. I took off this side bracket because I didn't want anything attached to the engine. I did bend up my shift lever, so I replaced that with an SW Motec because it folds back and is adjustable, which is nice. I got the SW Motec pegs. They're a little bit broader, and they lower it a little bit and make it a little bit more comfortable. Other than that, on this side, everything is stock. And then let's go over to the other side. So the only other thing that I've done over here, I just replaced this because that was bent up too. I've got the Motec guards here and here. So hey, if you can buy a naked bike, and a friend of mine has one. He's put about $5,000 worth of gear on it, crash bars and all the same Motec stuff, and bark busters and so on. I've put, I don't know, this is maybe $150 here, $350 on the skid plate. I've got a headlight cover from Touratech. That was $100. The riser's about $100. and the Motec shift lever about $100. And I think that's about it. Everything else is stock. Like I said, I'll probably be replacing these someday, you know, out of vanity. Eventually these side bags are going to fall apart. I will say that this side bag here, I was up in an OHV park practicing for Baja and hit some ruts, and the plastic hook thingy, let's see, this thing right here, this thing broke, and so I bought another case on eBay for like $400 and switched the locks over. So if you are going to use the OEM bags off-road, carry straps. That thing, because if you hit it hard, then those plastic hooks can break and you have to end up strapping it onto the bike. So, you know, Givy side mounting plate for the Givy and the Roto pack, you know, that's probably a couple $100 and $100. So, you know, all told, maybe $1,500. I haven't actually done the math, but I think for all the gear that's included on the adventure bike, here are the risers. You know, it's a pretty good deal. And like I said, I don't think these bags are too small. You know, you just pack differently or carry less stuff. And then you got to get a good skid plate. Now, you know, I know people replace the mirrors, but they seem to be working fine for me. Anyway, I think you can save a lot of money on the adventure model if that's your goal. They do a heck of a job. You can see I hit it pretty hard here and got some cosmetic damage to the plastic. But man, if these things weren't here, there'd be a lot more damage, I'll tell you. So that's all I got to say. I think, you know, if you're going to put all this stuff on the bike, you know, consider the adventure model and just keep this stuff on here until you need to replace it, rather than buying a naked bike and going out and getting all the really expensive stuff. But hey, that's your choice. Just wanted to give a counterpoint here. Bike's been through a lot. Like I said, 65K miles, a fair amount of dirt. Not a huge amount, but we go up into the Sierras, and we're getting ready to do another ride down to Baja in November. And but a lot of tours and twisty roads, goaty roads around here in the Santa Cruz Mountains and up in Marin County and so on. So that's my Vstrom. Like I said, I just got the helmets out, getting defumigated, and we just got back from Moab, and it needed a washing badly. So anyway, that's Bill. Hope this has been helpful or interesting, or, you know, ask questions or tell me I'm stupid or whatever. But I'm having a great time on this bike. I hope you guys are too. It's a fantastic bike. So anyway, that's Bill signing off. Talk to you guys later. I hope to see a lot of you, at least the West Coast guys, in Torrey next year for the Vstrom rally, Torrey, Utah, that is.